Why Does He Do That? Inside the Minds of Angry and Controlling Men by Lundy Bancroft. Hi there. Good morning. We're going to get into Chapter 5 and review the warning signs of early abuse. Bancroft points out this would be a man speaks disrespectfully about his former partners. He also is disrespectful to you. He does favors for you that you don't want or puts on such a show of generosity that it makes you feel uncomfortable. He also is controlling. He is possessive. He'll always make it as if nothing is his fault. He is self-centered. In some cases, he abuses drugs or alcohol. He pressures you for sex. He gets too serious too quickly about the relationship. He intimidates you when he's angry. He has double standards. He has negative attitude towards women. He treats you differently around other people. And lastly, he appears to be attracted to vulnerability. I would like to take a few of those points and give you some examples from my experiences. Number 1, he speaks disrespectfully about his former partners. He told me a story. He went to her closet and he cut holes in all of her expensive purses, and then he broke all of the heels off of her shoes and glued them back together, so when she went to go wear them, they would break as she was wearing them. Anything to destroy property of hers and get back at her. He does favors for you that you don't want necessarily and overwhelms you with generosity and makes you feel uncomfortable. One time there was this man that wanted to pay for my daughter's birthday party. I was completely against it, but he kept insisting, and I just felt it to be very overwhelming and very uncomfortable. That was somebody that I had met only 3 weeks prior. When men come on too strong in that sense, it would be a red flag. If there is somebody who does choose to do that for you and help out in some certain way, then that would be as if it were a gift. And there would be no reason why you would need to pay them back or they would need to hold that over your head. You feel he is controlling. As soon as you feel that somebody is controlling you or controlling the surroundings that have to deal with you or controlling circumstances between the two of you, I would consider that a red flag. In my past experience, I had been controlled from so many different things that I realize now and I did not realize then. I thought it was a matter of caring, worried about me. The word worried will come out of a man's mouth and he'll say, "Oh, I was concerned about you," or "Oh, I was worried about you." It is not concern or worry. It is control where you are. They will text you constantly to make sure where you are, what you're doing, when you're going to be back. In that state, that is very controlling. Make sure that you keep your eyes open and your ears open to how they coming about with controlling. Also, controlling can be financially. I was financially controlled, not even realizing it. Many points in time, but here's a big one. My ex-husband manipulated me to get me to take cash money out of the bank and put it in a safe at home. And lo and behold, he used all of the cash and it was gone. He is possessive. I found my ex-husband to be possessive over the years. He would like to show me off. When he saw other men looking at me, he would hover over me and he would make me feel uncomfortable, as if I weren't allowed to look around or at my surroundings. Huge red flag. When they are self-centered, everything has to be about them and what they're doing and where they're going and what their schedule consists of. Like, all of their things come first. Specifically when coming out of a marriage and you have children, they're self-centered. They'll make it all about themselves and never about you. Never about you. They'll say, oh, that's what a woman is supposed to do. Oh, a woman is supposed to do things at home. Taking care of the kids, taking care of the household, taking care of sexually pleasuring the man and taking care of all of his needs, taking care of the yard work, taking care of outdoor things, taking care of grocery shopping, taking care. And it all comes down to never about you. You put yourself last. He moves too quickly with the relationship. Most of the times they want to move in as soon as possible. As soon as they meet you, not 2 and 3 weeks later, they want to move in together. About 3 months after meeting my ex-husband, he convinced me to leave my apartment and move in with him. As soon as that happened, everything went downhill, specifically financially. When they want to move in with you right from the start, that is so they can have complete control over you. I would suggest you get to know somebody maybe a year or possibly 2, but don't move in together until you know that that relationship is serious. He pressures you for sex. Big red flag. Top of the list. It is completely up to the woman whether she chooses or not. When a man pressures you for sex, you don't feel comfortable and you're not ready for that and you're not at that stage, that is a big red flag as well. Anything you do with an abuser, they always keep it in the back of their mind and they use it against you later down the road. Just keep that in mind. He intimidates you when he's angry. When a man is short-fused or angry, specifically in my going to the gym, you run into men that are working out in the gym. So those types of men are most of the times taking some sort of supplements, whether it be steroids or some kind of anabolics, stuff like that. I'm not saying all men are bad or all men that do that are bad, but there's a few out there with the combination of just their personality and having taken steroids. They have these short fuses and they blow up in a matter of seconds and on the spot. So that is a big red flag. And that is something that follows me around. And to be honest, I don't want to meet a man like that. I would like to meet just a nice, quiet, peaceful man that is not into the gym as hardcore as some of these other men, because those men have insecurities. They think just by getting ripped and building up muscles in the gym that they're going to be looked at as this god. And it doesn't work that way. Not now, not what I know and not what I've been through. Now, I just know that those types of men are definitely throw up red flags for me. Lastly, be aware of the man who is attracted to vulnerability. The reason being that they are attracted to vulnerability is they will feel powerful and swoop in like the hero. And then over time, they will start to manipulate and control you. Will turn into the abuser as if you never left the relationship. It's just different face, same man. I hope those life experience examples helped you out. If you find that any of those points relate to you, even if it's just 1 or 2 of the points, it does not necessarily mean all of the points. Take self-protective steps quickly. Many of us women take the wait and see attitude when signs of abuse appear in our partners, or when we feel it in our gut and we know that it is uncomfortable or completely wrong to date this partner. I wish I was listening to my own video 12 years ago before I met my ex-husband, because I would certainly adhere to these warnings and take my own advice. I only wish I was educated back then. Hope all you YouTubers found my information and life experiences helpful in your cases and helped you to pick out the red flags for any signs of abuse. I look forward to sharing more knowledge next week. Feel free to leave me any comments below or ask me any questions. If you felt that this information was helpful, give it a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can hear my next videos that will be coming out. And I hope that I can provide you more self-awareness when it deals with domestic violence and abuse. Mwah. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms.